Hi, it's Steve with Palladino Power Project. And what I'm doing here is announcing a series of videos that I'm going to put out on CP and FTP for runners. And I've developed some of the topics, and I'll release these topics about maybe every 4 days to a week. And the here are my preliminary list of topics, and I'll let you go ahead and pause the video. You could read through each one of these topics. I'm not going to read them each off, but go ahead and read through those topics, and that's basically what I'm going to cover week by week. Each one of these topics will be a video that I'll try to keep nice and concise, and we'll roll that out about every 4 to 7 days. If you don't know me, I'm going to go through a little bit of my background to give you an idea of my background in run power for runners, and particularly the use of CP and FTP in runners. So my background is that I started as a runner in high school and college, and then eventually after college went into medical school, and I was a medical professional for about 33 years of practice. In my career as a medical professional, I was initially in medical education. In fact, even taught um, programs or classes on research design and scientific manuscript writing. But essentially, what I did is I practiced with a specialization in foot and ankle surgery and lower extremity sports medicine for 33 years. And in that time, I got to apply a lot of my knowledge of running and running injuries and running injury prevention. So I tie that into my practice as a coach. Um, I mentioned that I started off as a runner in high school and college, and then at some point I came back to running after devoting a lot of time to this endeavor. I came back to running as a master's runner and then master's cyclist. In my younger career as a runner, I was a 2:16 marathoner at the 1979 Boston Marathon. I was age 22 at the time. That qualified me for the 1980 Olympic trials. I was a 49:15 10-mile runner. And then later on, I came back to running and ran a 2:45 marathon at the age of 45. Um, Running injuries sort of got in the way, and I started cycling more, and actually became exclusively a cyclist in my 50s. And when I was 55 years old, I did a 54:30 25K time trial, among other cycling things. But cycling is where I first picked up power, and the in 2002 was when I got my first cycling power meter, a power tap, and I started to really start learning from Andrew Coggin, PhD, and others that were early adopters of power in cycling. So I've been active in power for cycling and then running for about 23 years now. Um, so that's quite a bit of background in running and cycling power, and in particular, both FTP and CP. Um, I coached running a bit before the first power meter, stride power meter came out in 2015. I coached without power, but then adopted some of the coaching practices that I did over to power, and also some of the knowledge of power from cycling. I adopted that into run power, so that I have been coaching exclusively by run power for runners since 2016, starting with Stride power device. I've also developed training plans for the Palladino Power Project, which are sold in Final Surge, as well as the current Stride training plans. I was a developer for those. So I have a bit of a background, about 23 years in both cycling and run power and utilization of FTP and CP concepts in training and practical application of coaching. So that's the background that I will carry with me as I bring you the topics in this series. So if you read through these topics and you come up with a topic that you'd like me to cover in addition to these, write it in the comment section of this video, and I'll see if I can't include it in the future topics in this series. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my Palladino Power Project channel, please subscribe, and then also click the notification bell there so you'll get notified every time one of these new topics comes out. And it's right now the current list is about 16, so we're looking at topics coming out over the next 3 months at a rate of about every 4 to 7 days. So thank you for watching this video. We hope to catch you on the subsequent videos in this series, and hopefully we'll be able to share some knowledge and improve our understanding of FTP and CP for runners. Bye-bye.